So, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency premiered
Yesterday.
on BBC America.
Yeah, I had my DVR set for like 2 weeks before that.
Starring Elijah Wood and written by Max Landis, who I've talked about on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of his, and I watched it this morning. You just watched it, so
Yeah.
let's get your opinion on it first.
I had no idea what was going on during the entire first episode, but it was so charming and engaging and interesting to watch that I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. It was still so good that I couldn't not continue to watch it despite not really knowing what the fuck was going on.
Right, and maybe it's done that way by design.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
because
like,
everything is connected, but it's not always clear how.
Right, but it's like, let's throw all this stuff at you in the first episode to make you wonder what the hell's going on. You got like 3 government agencies that are surveilling Todd's apartment, and you've got this assassin, a holistic assassin that's brutally killing people. And I love the way she says, she's like, I don't know who my targets are until I kill them. And she's like, but they always deserve it, or something like that, or they were always supposed to have been killed.
Except she knows that her target is Dirk Gently.
One of them, yeah.
One of them.
But she doesn't know, obviously doesn't know
she
what
doesn't
Dirk Gently
know
look
who
like.
he is, what he looks like, or anything.
Right. I think if you didn't have a character like Elijah Wood, if you didn't have that everyman character who's going through all this crazy stuff and it was just Dirk Gently as the main character, I don't think it would be as relatable as it is.
Oh, definitely not.
And I think that's probably why Max Landis and the producers of that show probably chose to go that route. Kind of like, I think this could be like a spiritual successor to Wilfred.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there's going to be a theory out there someday that's actually the same character of Elijah Wood.
Do you remember what his character's name was in Wilfred? Because I do not.
Off the top of my head,
but it would be hilarious if it was, in fact, Todd.
I remember Bear. No, I know it wasn't Todd.
Yeah.
It wasn't Todd.
Everybody remembers Bear.
Yeah. So the first episode of Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, which is based on 2 books that were written by Douglas Adams, one of that name and the other called The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. The series is not going to be based off of the books, but they're apparently going to allude to some of the plot points in those 2 books as something that happened to Dirk Gently in the past.
Well, even in that first episode, he mentions like meeting Thor. And that happens in the first 2 books.
Yes. So how do you feel about this being a BBC America production and starring mostly Americans, taking place in America, whenever the book and Douglas Adams are, decidedly British?
Yeah. I mean, I'm all right with it. The thing about BBC America is it's almost entirely American shows.
Which just blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, the only, solidly British shows on BBC America are like the Graham Norton show,
Doctor Who,
and Top Gear, which doesn't exist anymore.
Right. Now, apparently there's 2 new episodes of Class, and I've got to see those. That Doctor Who spinoff, I saw.
It started, I think, yesterday morning in England, but it's not going to be available in America on BBC America until next year.
Well, it is available illegally on the internet, which is a point that I want to bring up about Dirk Gently. So I don't have cable, okay? And I will watch something on Netflix, I will watch something on Hulu if it's available. But if there's a show I want to see and it's not available on either of those streaming services, I will find other ways to watch it. Surprisingly, the first episode of Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, I couldn't find it streaming online on one of my preferred TV and movie streaming sites.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find a torrent of it. I found plenty of options to go watch the old series that came out in 2010.
Yeah.
That only ran for 6 episodes. But I couldn't find the newest episode or the latest episode of the premiere episode of the series, which I thought was weird.
I mean, granted, it premiered last night at 8 p.m.
Dude,
I mean, give it another
South
day.
Park, listen, man, on Let Me Watch This or Prime Wire, whatever it's called now, the last episode of South Park was available to stream 14 minutes after it finished airing.
That is kind of awesome.
Right, and I couldn't find it on a torrent. Normally, I'm serious, man, and I've been doing this for a long time. Normally, a lot of these shows are available an hour or 2 after they air. But I could not find Dirk Gently. I luckily, BBC America's website streamed the first episode, so I had to watch it that way. I really wish that their player was a little bit better. The quality was not as good as what I'm used to, and I had to watch it on my computer instead of being able to watch it on my TV, which sucks.
Right.
But, I like that. But to me, that seems a little troubling. Like, maybe that Dirk Gently isn't going to have that big of an audience.
Because it won't have the online potential?
Because nobody
watches anything on cable anymore?
No, because there wasn't... Okay, what I'm trying to say is, it didn't seem like anybody was in a hurry to rip it and put it up online.
Ooh.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You would think that it, like, there's torrent groups out there like Easy TV and ETTV and it's YIFY. I don't even know how to pronounce it. That almost, they're always putting those episodes up so quick. None of them had this one the day after it aired.
That is very strange.
Right. And I'm subscribed to all their
they
had 2 episodes of that new show Class, but they didn't have Dirk Gently.
Those people are always like, they're always getting like the Vampire Diaries and like all that shit is always available too.
Pawn Stars and all that stuff. But the premiere episode of a Douglas Adams based television show, which, a lot of these nerdy dudes out there that are running these torrent sites probably love Douglas Adams. He's like the god of the neckbeards if they believed in one. So, I don't know. But we're getting a little off track here. That just seemed a little troubling to me. Like, maybe that not enough people are going to be into this as I would hope.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved it. Like, I'm super looking forward to the rest of this season.
Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to it too. I have so many questions. What's up with the dog? Who are the three? The
rowdy three?
The rowdy three. And he's
but there's 4 of them.
Yeah, and he's like,
I am eminently aware of this.
Right. What's up with all these government agencies and who killed the dude and where's his daughter and what's up with the chick that's tied to the bed? It's all these things that we just have these questions and we really don't get any answers in this first episode. And that's going to be one of those things that maybe they're planting all those seeds because they want us to keep tuning in. And I have faith in Max Landis, and this is the first time he's been given this kind of like free reign over a long like television show.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be tuning in. Now, I just hope I don't lose interest like I've done in so many shows before. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Next week we've got, stuff going on Saturday. But otherwise, yeah, you can totally come over and watch it at my house.
We'll do that.